You are Locked On Red Sox Postcast, part of Locked On Sports Boston. On the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, the Red Sox do respond. The Red Sox delivering the knockout punch against one of the best pitchers in the majors this season in the third inning. Can't say they cruised to a victory, but they did win 14-7 over the Mariners Monday night in the series opener at Fenway Park. Nick Pivetta the win, Masa Yoshida, big night at the plate. Welcome to our latest edition of the Locked On Red Sox Postcast. I'm Steve Lennox. I've covered amateur, college, minor league baseball, major league baseball on the radio, on television, streaming, going back to 1997, the same year that Wally the Green Monster became the official mascot of the Boston Red Sox. No, we're not the same age. We are providing reaction to every Red Sox game on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, as well as the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which, of course, is available to you free wherever you get your podcasts. Our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, we're going to be talking about the bats coming alive in the third inning against Logan Gilbert, all-star this year for the American League. Masa Yoshida quietly putting things together of late. Nick Pivetta back on track, worked into the seventh inning, and also some details on Craig Breslow's latest trade before Tuesday's deadline. We do want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers. Join the conversation watching live on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Click on the comments button, introduce yourself, share your thoughts on Monday night's victory against the Mariners. And do you think Craig Breslow's got one more or maybe even two more trades in him before Tuesday's deadline? You can also hit us up on the X at Lennox on Baseball with questions or comments. Our latest episode of the Locked On Red Sox postcast is brought to you by Supply House. SupplyHouse.com is the reliable way to get your parts fast. Shop for your next plumbing, HVAC, or electrical job and get fast shipping from coast to coast at SupplyHouse.com. Dropped 2 out of 3 against the Yankees. Pivetta, Gilbert pitching matchup. You were hoping for 6-7 innings strong from both. The real pitcher's duel. Didn't get it. 1-2-3. Pivetta worked a 1-2-3 first, worked a 1-2-3 second. The same for Gilbert, and he was on until he wasn't. Connor Wong got things going in the third inning with a base hit, and it was off and running for the Red Sox in that inning, scoring 7 runs total. 7 runs. It was a big inning, and the Red Sox needed a big inning, and they got it on Monday night. They knocked Gilbert from the game in that inning. 7 runs across in the frame, 11 batters coming to the plate. Connor Wong had 2 hits in the inning. Double your pleasure, double your fun. Yoshida had a 2-run home run. Abreu had a single. That made it 2-0. Wong opened up the inning, as I said, with a base hit, scored on a wild pitch. O'Neill, double. Run knocked in. Smith, double. Run knocked in. Wong, double. Run knocked in. Caught stealing to end the inning. But 11 batters coming to the plate. 8 hits, 5 extra base hits in the frame. That was it. Pivetta pitched into the 7th inning. Now, he gave up a run in the 4th inning, but the bats were going. And how about the 2-out magic in that 3rd inning? All 7 runs against Gilbert, and his ERA went up just a tick or two. All 7 runs with 2 outs. You'll take that. You'll love that. Those are the things that are going to help you in September and October as well. Deliver with runners in scoring position, deliver in key 2-out moments. Red Sox did that in that 3rd inning against Logan Gilbert, and he can deal. He can be filthy. He showed you that over the first 2 innings. He goes 99. I think he hit 100 at least once or twice. And he's got a slider. There were a lot of check swings early. Looking fastball, adjust to the breaking ball. And he was down and in on the left-handed batters. And he had some check swings, and you thought, this is going to be a 1-0, 2-1 ball game into the 5th, 6th, 7th inning. Didn't happen to be that way. Pivetta did his job. Gave up the run in the 4th inning, gave up a couple of home runs to Arozarena and Cal Raleigh. I love Cal Raleigh for the Mariners. I really do. But Pivetta got 2 outs in the 7th, left the game, 3 earned runs. That's a quality start. Struck out 10. Gave up the 2 home runs. Walked only 1. That one walk was late. And Pivetta on track. Picked up the win, his 5th on the year. Again, hit us up with a comment. If you're with us live on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, you can also hit us up on X as well, at Lennox on Baseball. Let's hit a comment early on here. Will Turner back with us for a second straight. Thank you, Will. All right, Will. I'm going to save you, Will, to the second segment, so you got to stay with us. You see the smile on my face, Will. I'm right there with you, buddy. Right there with you. Big win for the Red Sox. It comes against a Mariners team that, they won 3 in a row over the weekend. First Nesson reference. Lou Merloni said it on Nesson. You swept the White Sox on the south side of Chicago over the weekend. Does that really count? Will beat me to the punchline. I've been thinking that. I've said it on the X. But yeah, you sweep 3, and the Mariners have scuffled. They had a 10.5 game lead in the AL West. That lead is gone. Pretty much the Astros are right now in the thick of things. That may be a 2-team race. Who knows? The Astros 12 under 500 at one point, playing winning baseball over the last month plus. Might be just the Astros running away with it at some point here in the second half of the season after the All-Star break. But the Mariners are in the mix, and they've added a Rosarina. They added to their bullpen, and they add Justin Turner as well. Turner left the game, double dip, Blue Jays, Orioles at Camden Yards today. Left the first game, in-game, traded. He's going to be with the Mariners in Boston on Tuesday. Hopefully he's not in the lineup. Maybe he's delayed with his travel. I don't know his travel plans. If he's taking 95, leave first thing in the morning on Tuesday. You'll be there by the 7th inning tomorrow night. I wondered today when I saw Turner get traded. Red Sox fans have an affinity for Justin Turner, and I understand. So if I said Trey Turner in there, I apologize. Justin Turner. I don't know the Red Sox have that affinity for Justin Turner if he didn't play for him last year. But that's the bat right now the Red Sox are looking for. The Mariners pick him up. And the Red Sox could have given up a prospect that made sense. Well, the prospect or the minor leaguer going back from the Blue Jays, from the Mariners to the Blue Jays in the Justin Turner deal, maybe it just wasn't a fit. We'll get into a little bit more trade stuff here. Just saw Frankie Montas is going to be dealt from the Reds to the Brewers. That was one I read about. The Red Sox may be having some interest in it, but we'll get back into that. Up and down the lineup, Red Sox got it done. And Masa Yoshida, 3 hits, 4 RBIs, had the 2-run home run after the Abreu hit. And notice, too, after the Abreu hit, notice this, Tyler O'Neill does it. If there's a conference on the mound, and sometimes it drives me nuts when Tyler O'Neill is up there first pitch swinging, but O'Neill I've noticed, it was there in the Marlins series that I noticed it. There was a conference on the mound. He went after the first pitch. Take notice of that if you're watching Red Sox game or other big league games the rest of the way. Conference on the mound, pitching coach comes out. Does that hitter attack that first pitch? I'm noticing that a lot this year, and Yoshida went up there, boom, went right after it and got it. The home run for him. Romy Gonzalez, a home run as well. Dominic Smith, a home run. And what I liked, Romy Gonzalez pinch hitting for Rafael Devers. That was in the 6th inning. In what at that point was a lopsided ball game, get Devers off his feet. Get him off his feet. He might lose in a bat or two, but give him a couple of innings of rest. And I think you're going to have to do that from time to time with Rafi Devers. I really do think you're going to have to do that here in the second half of the season after the All-Star break with Jarren Duran. Duran had a couple of doubles. Great to see. Great to see a Red Sox victory after dropping 2 of 3 to the Yankees. And the Yankees, by the way, in case you haven't seen it, thumping the Phillies in Philadelphia. I think they had 3 home runs in the first inning, routed the Phillies in game 1 of that series as well. Hey, Patriots training camp underway. Little going back and forth today. There's a storyline, and guess who's got to cover it with Locked On Patriots? Yes, our guy Mike Debate. First preseason game next week. Regular season opener in early September. Mike Debate has you covered with every storyline involving the Patriots with Locked On Patriots. Monday through Friday, Mike's got you covered. Locked On Patriots, part of the Locked On Sports Boston network as well. Locked On Sports Boston, your team every day. Another trade for Craig Breslow. We're going to get into that. At bat of the night, Will Turner. I'm right there with you. And we are back with all of that, plenty more. We're doing a radio tease here, and I'm not doing it well, but the Red Sox win. They did it well today with the bats, and Pivetta got the win, 5th on the year. AB of the night, Will Turner. Stay with us. Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by Stitch Fix. Hey, with Stitch Fix, you get a stylist who understands your style, your size, and your budget. They do all the shopping for you. I'll sign up right then and there with that claim. It is the easiest way to update your wardrobe this season. With Stitch Fix, easy to upgrade your wardrobe this year during the summer, fall, and winter with a professional stylist that helps you find new on-trend favorites that are going to work for you. Just give your stylist your size, style, and budget preferences. Order boxes when you want and how you want. No subscription is required, and they send 5 just for you pieces, plus outfit recommendations and pro styling advice. Keep what works and send back the rest. Your stylist always sends you just right pieces and the fit that is on point. It's like they have Style ESP. Stitch Fix does make it easy, makes it all so easy. Don't like to shop? No problem. They are going to save you time and effort. Plus, get outfits that make you look and feel really good. And if you don't love something, just send it back. Easy enough. Shipping, returns, exchanges, always free. Style that makes you feel as good as you look. Get started at stitchfix.com/MLB and get $20 off your first fix. That's stitchfix.com/MLB for $20 off. stitchfix.com/MLB. Must redeem within 7 days of sign up. Offers do not include kid fixes. So the Sox pick up the victory. At bat of the night coming up in just a few moments. The Sox go crazy with the hits. And with the win, hey, avoid a third straight loss. Now 3-7 since the All-Star break, 12-5 against the AL West, and 3-2 now against the Mariners as well. And the Red Sox, 7 runs in the third, 3 more in the fourth, added 2 in the fifth, 2 more in the sixth inning. Bullpen gave up some runs late. We'll touch on that in here in just a few moments. But 11 extra base hits total for the Red Sox and 8 doubles and 3 home runs. The home runs from Yoshida, Dominic Smith, and a pinch hit homer off the bench from Romy Gonzalez as well. So the Red Sox do pick up the victory. A couple of moves. Greg Weissert sent down to AAA Monday. Trey Wingenter back up from the minors. And Wingenter, hey, you're in the big leagues, buddy. It's 14-1, 14-3. You've got to get your job done. And Wingenter went an inning and a third and warred a little bit. Gave up 4 earned runs, walked 1, and gave up 3 hits. Bailey Horn got the 9th inning. But Wingenter, up, fresh arm. Second stint with the Red Sox, and you want to stick, you've got to, even in that role, you've got to get the job done. He didn't get the job done on Monday night, but he's got to see how he does his next time out. But it's going to be a short leash. If he's got another outing like that next time out, and I don't know that he enters his next outing with a lead. Might be in that Chase Anderson role right now. Craig Breslow, another deal. 2 teams, Pirates, Red Sox, both dealing from positions of strength. Now, the Pirates, deep in pitching. Nobody's deep in pitching. Nobody's ever deep in pitching. But the Red Sox pick up an interesting pitcher in Quinn Priester, who's 23 years old. They've got a lot of young pitching talent in the deal, and Priester has been assigned to AAA for right now. Nick York, number 6 prospect in the Red Sox organization, that according to MLB Pipeline, going back to the Pirates in the deal. York is 22, first-round pick, number 17 overall back in 2020, splitting time between AA and AAA this year, did get the promotion to AA a while back. Priester is going to, again, start his Red Sox tenure off with AAA. From Tom Caron on NESN. Tom does the pre and post. He's the host on NESN for Red Sox coverage. Priester, younger than every pitcher currently on the Red Sox big league staff. He's younger than every pitcher currently on the AAA staff with Worcester. He's younger than 15 of the 21 pitchers with AA Portland right now. Again, that from Tom Caron, pre- and post-game host for the Red Sox on NESN. It's an interesting one. He's been a starter. He was in the big leagues last year. He's been in the big leagues this year. So Priester and York, both former first-round picks, and changing organizations for the first time in their pro careers. Red Sox, good news on Chris Martin. Visited the doctor, elbow, simple inflammation, nothing else seen in imaging and the tests with the doctors. Fine otherwise, plans to throw a bullpen in the next couple of days. And Chris Martin certainly want him back. Slayton maybe a little bit further behind. Tristan Casas again going to start. It's like the Red Sox are going to add via trades, but they're adding via taking guys off the injury list here in the coming days and or weeks. And good news on Chris Martin. Absolutely needed. And hopefully comes back and is ready to go. So let's get into it. Man, I love this. Will Turner, you're right there with me. At bat of the night. We started this last week, doing some different things and seeing what fits. And Will Turner, before I even get to at bat of the night, is right there with me. You might be thinking Masa Yoshida, that home run. in the big 7-run third inning. No, it was in front of him. Wilyer Abreu. Now, Dave O'Brien, Lou Merloni touched on it. Abreu, maybe there was a miscalled strike 3 earlier in the bat, but fouled off some tough pitches from Logan Gilbert. We've got unanimous Wilyer Abreu at bat of the night from Will Turner, who chimed in first, and then our buddy Chris Carter as well. Incredible at bat, no doubt. My vote goes to Duran. Ooh, wait a minute. If he does, okay, Chris, I'm sorry, it's 2-1. Will Turner and I have it with Wilyer Abreu. 12 pitch at bat, I believe it was. Big single, got that inning going. And then right behind him, Yoshida delivers. Right? Next pitch, home run. So what Chris Carter's telling us in the comment section on our Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel feed, Abreu had the incredible about, no doubt. My vote, Chris Carter's vote, goes to Duran. Hustles down the line. Tough guy to double up, but it was close. They did not review it. So Chris Carter goes with Duran. And Duran did end up scoring in that inning. If Duran doesn't reach, it's a double play, inning is over. I can go there. But Will Turner and I are going Abreu. 12 pitch at bat. Dave O'Brien said it, one of the biggest at bats of the season. Will, Chris, thank you so much. Do appreciate it. You're becoming regulars, and we tip our cap to you. Much appreciated. Now we're going to ask. We have an ask for Will and Chris. Word of mouth advertising is the best kind of advertising. We're starting to build this audience. We went over 700 for the first time with our Locked On Red Sox postcast podcast on the podcast side. We're available wherever you get your podcasts. We went over 700. We're continuing to build our audience via the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. But now people are coming in. Will, Chris, our buddy Andrew the Goat, our buddy Ethan as well. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Join the conversation. Tell your friends about us as well. Good win for the Red Sox, rebounding from a tough weekend. And I'm not scoreboard watching, but I am scoreboard watching. Orioles won game 1 of their doubleheader against the Jays. Last check, the Jays were up. The Yankees, I touched on it earlier. Yankees thumping the Philadelphia Phillies. And the Mets beat up on the Twins. So Yankees win, Red Sox win. Orioles may very well be splitting the doubleheader at home against Toronto. And you go from there. 14-7 victory. Extra base hits, you got to love them. You absolutely love the extra base hits right now. And let me get to my numbers and update it. I got to do that in our next segment because we get into numbers of the night as well here on the Locked On Red Sox postcast feed. Just losing my train of thought here. It went over the York and Priester deal. Hey, we'll see what they do. I wish Nick York all the best. But again, with the Red Sox, middle infielders, York, where was he on your list? He was top 10, MLBpipeline.com. But gets an opportunity now to go to another organization. And I wonder if he's going to be in the big leagues here in the coming weeks. Maybe September as well. Mentioned earlier, Mariners acquiring Justin Turner from the Blue Jays. Turner with the Blue Jays, and it was in their lineup against Baltimore in game 1 of their double dip earlier today. Expected to be with the Mariners on Tuesday. If he drives, take 95, and don't be afraid to leave first thing in the morning up 95. And I mentioned the Chris Martin note as well, and 14-7 victory. Castillo and the Big Maple. Yeah, Paxton back in the mix for the Red Sox. His last start against the Red Sox, his next start in the big leagues for the Red Sox. Doesn't happen often. Locked On Sports has launched the first ever national sports 24/7 streaming channel on YouTube, and it's also now available as well on the Amazon Fire TV and the free Fire TV channels app. Locked On Sports Today is here for you 24/7, covering the top sports stories of the day with the local experts on the Locked On Plus, experts of Locked On Plus. Our national shows do cover every league. Find Locked On Sports Today available, once again, free Fire TV channels app as well. Will Turner coming in one more time. He's going to give us a stat line. Do you have the exact stat on pinch hitters? We'll touch on that next, Will. We'll get into that. I'm not sure what it is. Hey, Locked On Sports, your team every day. Again, coming up, a note on the future. Some signings for the Red Sox from the draft. Also, numbers of the night as well. Coming up here, 14-7 victory for the Red Sox. They pick up the win against the Seattle Mariners, who fall a little bit further behind in the AL Western Division as well. Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by Supply House. Hey, easy enough. Get supplies from the site that is made for the skilled trade. SupplyHouse.com is the reliable way to order plumbing, HVAC, and electrical products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product information to help you get the job done and get the job done right. Shop a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from over 400 top brands and get your order delivered right to your door with fast shipping coast to coast. Need help with an order? Get expert support and industry-leading service from the friendliest folks in the business and talk to a real person every single call. Pros in these skilled trades do get a competitive edge by joining SupplyHouse.com's free Trade Master program. Every Trade Master gets access to a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every single order. Join the thousands of trade pros right now who are already benefiting from their free membership at SupplyHouse.com/TM and order plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies from anywhere with just a few clicks at SupplyHouse.com. Numbers of the night in just a moment. Steve Lennox, Locked On Red Sox postcast, part of the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, your team every day. And a reminder here, because we've got something coming up that we're excited about for Tuesday with the trade deadline at 6 p.m. Eastern time. You can keep up with the Red Sox as well with Gabby Hurlbut and Locked On Red Sox podcast and on her Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel as well. That's Monday through Friday. And again, we mentioned this on Sunday night after the loss to the Yankees. Gabby and I are going to do our first show together Tuesday night. Very excited about it. The trade deadline, 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going live at 6:15 p.m. Eastern Tuesday night. Locked On Red Sox, Locked On Red Sox postcast, Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Those feeds available to you, and the podcast will also be available as well. Gabby and I are going to break down the trades that the Red Sox made, maybe some rumors where they were involved in some deals but didn't make anything, potential deals but didn't do anything, but they add so far with Jansen, the catcher, behind the plate. He'll likely be in the lineup on Tuesday. Maybe we see Connor Wong at second base over the next couple of days, or even at first base as well for the Red Sox. But Priester, Jansen, Paxton, all in the fold so far for the Red Sox. Again, join Gabby Hurlbut and me for our first show together, 6:15 p.m. Eastern time. At that point, all trades should be in and official. I think the Red Sox do something right before the deadline. Gabby and I talked earlier today. We were on point with just about everything we were talking about, including David Hamilton being in the lineup almost day in, day out. Took an offer, took the collar Monday night, but that's okay. So Gabby and I together Tuesday night, again, 6:15 p.m. Eastern time, Locked On Red Sox, Locked On Boston, Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel as well. In case you missed it, that's what I'm here for. Red Sox officially coming to terms with a couple of their draft picks from the June draft, including their top number 1 overall pick, Braden Montgomery, left-handed pitcher Peyton Tolley also signing, and Conrad Kaysen signed as well. So they're all in the mix. And with everything else going on, Montgomery, Tolley, Kaysen, welcome to the Red Sox organization. Kaysen is an interesting one because he was a Mississippi State commit, drafted at 17 years old, two-way player out of the high school ranks in the state of Georgia. It was taken in the 8th round. He will not turn 18 until August 7th. Ranked number 102 by MLB Pipeline entering the draft. 4-sport star in high school. He was the Georgia Gatorade Baseball Player of the Year for 2024. Shortstop in the infield and a high upside on the mound. He goes about 6'1", 190 pounds. And I might have some more on Conrad Kaysen in the next couple of days. But he was an 8th round draft pick. Commit to Mississippi State. They sign him. And he's in the fold. It'll be interesting to see what they do with Montgomery. He may not play at all this year, maybe instructional league, but getting ready for 2025 in his first full year of pro ball. It'll be interesting to see what they do with the left-hander Peyton Tolley. If he is able to, if he's been working out and different things like that, can they start? Where do they start him if he's going to pitch here in pro ball for the first time? Remember, the draft for me, I broke into the minor leagues in the New York Penn League, short season baseball. Seasons, 76 games or so, usually started around June 20th, so over a month ago. Those leagues, those short season leagues no longer exist. So if Tolley's going to go out, is he going to be at the complex level, or is he going to go out with one of the minor league clubs that the Red Sox currently have? Let's hit a comment up here. All right, Will. Yeah, Will, you know what? I will have some pinch hit numbers. Will wants to go numbers of the night with Romy Gonzalez. I did not look that up. I've got a couple numbers of the night. But, Will, you are right there with me, buddy. I love it. Appreciate the contributions. Mariners, you know what? Step on their necks a little bit more. Kick the sand in their face a little bit. Now, 3-12 in their last 15 games at Fenway Park. Nick Pivetta, 10 strikeouts and picking up his 5th win of the season. 4th time this year that Pivetta has struck out 10 batters in a game. 2nd time that he has done it against the Mariners. And I told you over the weekend in the Yankee series, the Mariners were right there. They strike out a ton, more than any team in big league baseball. They strike out a ton. It was nice to see Pivetta get that big strikeout number. Red Sox, new week, new philosophy, new approach, whatever you want to call it. Remember, last week and even in that Dodgers series to open up out of the All-Star break, struggled against the Dodgers, the Rockies, and the Yankees with runners in scoring position. 7 opportunities, 5 hits, 5 knocks, 5 for 7, 9 opportunities, 7 for 9 with runners in scoring position. And Jarren Duran picked up a stolen base early on in the game. His 23rd on the year and his first stolen base in 14 games. Save the legs, I agree with that. But wreak havoc on the bases, we still want to see Jarren Duran be Jarren Duran. But the 2 doubles, using his legs for the 2 doubles, Duran now at 58 extra base hits on the season for the Red Sox. What's on tap? Game 2 of the 3-game set. That comes Tuesday night, first pitch 7:10. So a reminder right now, and again in just a few minutes, we'll be on within minutes of the last out of the second game of the series Tuesday night with our latest edition of the Locked On Red Sox postcast, part of the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. The pitching matchup, I'm really looking forward to seeing James Paxton. Last time we saw him, he beat the Red Sox. That was a week ago this past Sunday. So he's got a little bit of extra rest. He's got his new team. He's going from one winning team to another winning team. Paxton knows the organization. With him each of the last 2 years, pitched for them at the big league level last year. So Paxton, Castillo, the pitching matchup. And Castillo's an interesting one. Sometimes a box of chocolates, you don't know what you're going to get, but 6 scoreless innings last time out against the Angels, and Mariners lost the game 2-1. And that's been the Mariners this year. They get strong starting pitching, and they don't necessarily always get the runs like they did. They scored 7 runs and lose 14-7 Monday night. Logan Gilbert absolutely tattooed in the 7-run third inning. But Castillo, 8-10 record this year, 3.38 ERA, 23rd start. He's got 126 strikeouts on the season. See if I can pull this up real quick because I thought this would be a little bit different. He'll be making his 4th career start against the Red Sox. Earlier this year in that season opening series in Seattle, went 5 innings, gave up 4 earned runs in the start against the Red Sox. Walked 2, struck out 5, gave up 1 home run. So the Big Maple back in the fold with the Red Sox. He gets the start in the opener or in game 2 of the series. The Sox win tomorrow night, win the series, and then you can go for the series sweep on Wednesday afternoon with Brian Bayo on the mound. 4:10 first pitch, by the way, Wednesday for the series finale. Then it's off on a 6-game road trip, 3 against the Rangers in Arlington, Texas, and 3 more in Kansas City against the Royals. 14-7 victory, 14 runs on the night for the Red Sox. They needed that total. 14 runs, 16 base hits, including 8 extra base hits as well. Hey, our Locked On Red Sox postcast, again, follows each and every Red Sox game all season long. We do thank you for making Locked On Red Sox your first listen every day. We are available and free wherever you get your podcasts, also on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Mariners Red Sox, game 2 of their 3-game series from Fenway Park Tuesday night. Again, first pitch, 7:10. We're going to go live within minutes of the last out with our latest edition of the Locked On Red Sox postcast. Again, Locked On Sports Boston, the number one place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team every day. Sox thump. They didn't cruise, but they thumped the Mariners in game 1 of the series at Fenway Park Monday night, and the Sox back in the win column. You gotta love it. Join us Tuesday night again for our latest edition of the Locked On Red Sox postcast.